You won't believe this news. Justin Sun, founder of Tron, wants the RLUSD stablecoin to be issued on the Tron blockchain, and the New York Stock Exchange president talks about crypto, really exposing Gary Gensler. And Circle USDC is now going to be on Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange. I'll give you the details. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, today Bitcoin went past $100,000 once again, currently sitting at $100,711. Now, I don't want to get too excited about this because I want to see Bitcoin break 104,000 because if you recall, it pumped up to $103,700 or so. So I wanted to see it break the high it set about a week ago to validate this breakout. If this is indeed the breakout upwards, or is this a fake out, right? Could it roll over to the low? So this is where we have to let the market show us what it wants to do. And we kind of have to pause and just watch and see what's going to happen next. But glad to see Bitcoin back over 100,000. Some of these altcoins are starting to move like XRP, Solana, Cardano, and so forth. So we just got to be patient here, guys, and let the market do its thing. But what's interesting, we are seeing a record amount of stablecoin issuance from both Tether and USDC. So today, another billion in USDT was minted, and over 150 million USDC was minted by Circle. So this was done in 3 separate transactions. So a lot of stablecoin liquidity being put together here, and I think it's for the next leg up of this bull market. So this is where you want to watch things like Tether dominance. And, in my interview with Brian from Santiment, if you caught that interview, I published it earlier today, he was highlighting that the stablecoin supply for USDC and USDT is on the rise while the supply of Bitcoin and exchanges is continuing to drop. That's very bullish. It means there's still room for upside here. That stablecoin liquidity will be put into Bitcoin and altcoins. And then when the whales are ready to sell, and that's what we'll be watching closely, we're near the top, the supply in the exchanges will reverse and start increasing because they're going to move the coins back on the exchange to sell, just like they did in March of this year when you had the buy the rumor, sell the news event for the Bitcoin spot ETFs. So we got to watch what the whales are doing, folks. That's very important, but good to see stablecoin liquidity is rising here. Now, some very interesting news coming from Justin Sun, the founder of Tron. This is what he tweeted out today. RLUSD on Tron, he asks, and he tags David Schwartz of Ripple. So we're seeing a bit of RLUSD FOMO. What do I mean by that? Charles Hoskinson was the one who started the conversations with Ripple's team to try to get RLUSD issued on Cardano's Midnight sidechain, and he's been tweeting and talking about that. Now, all of a sudden, Justin Sun is asking about it. And remember, Tron is a top 10 crypto project by market cap. It's number 10 actually at 28 cents. It's been rallying pretty hard. And once again, I don't hold this token. So if you hold it and you're making money, then more power to you. But very interesting what's happening here. I think folks recognize that RLUSD is going to have an impact on the stablecoin market because of Ripple's current pipeline and network across the globe, working with banks, financial institutions, payment service providers, and so forth. They can easily inject the RLUSD stablecoin into different markets and countries. So if you are a blockchain project like Tron, like Cardano, you want to get some of that transaction volume on your chain. So it absolutely makes sense for them to do this. And especially when these guys are competing with the likes of Solana and Ethereum, which have USDC and other stablecoins issued on them. So you're seeing a bit of competition here and folks looking to, increase the number of transactions and users on their blockchain. So it absolutely makes sense for Justin Sun to reach out and do this. We'll see if Ripple decides to even issue on Tron or Cardano. We know they're starting with the XRP ledger, of course, and as well as Ethereum. So interesting times. Now, on the topic of stablecoins, check this out. Circle USDC is partnering with Binance, and they've entered a strategic partnership where USDC stablecoin will be available on Binance. This is a major chess move by Jeremy Allaire and the folks at Circle. USDC is, of course, the second largest stablecoin by market cap, following Tether, of course, and getting on the world's largest exchange, Binance. So Jeremy Allaire, CEO and co-founder of Circle, said, Circle and Binance have entered into a strategic partnership that will accelerate global USDC and crypto adoption. The world's largest exchange and crypto super app and the world's largest trusted and compliant dollar stablecoin operator are coming together to work on the next phase of stablecoin and crypto adoption. Today, Binance CEO Richard Teng and I joined together on stage in Abu Dhabi Finance Week to announce our new and groundbreaking strategic partnership. So this is a major move. It's going to help them to get penetration to many countries and jurisdictions because Binance is pretty much everywhere, and it's going to help them to get more market share. So the stablecoin wars are heating up. Now, check this news out. New York Stock Exchange president says we've been waiting for clear regulatory guidelines for cryptocurrency for some time. That makes Gary Gensler look like a buffoon because Gary's been saying the rules are clear. But you have the president of the New York Stock Exchange. This is not a crypto company. Her name is Lynn Martin. And she's coming out and saying that. So this guy, Gary Gensler, like I've been telling you guys, is a scumbag regulator. He's been lying the whole time. And this is not the first time Lynn has talked about crypto. She talked about crypto earlier this year with the ETFs and much more. And the New York Stock Exchange, ARCA, has been looking to list many of these ETFs. So this is a big statement from someone who's big in TradFi, guys, right? You can't ignore it. And it just shows that Congress needs to act in the United States to pass clear legislation and balanced legislation, protect consumers, but don't stifle innovation. So a big statement here. Now, speaking of stock exchanges, major Japanese trading platform Coincheck becomes second crypto exchange to go public on the Nasdaq. Incredible stuff here, guys. Coincheck, the second largest cryptocurrency exchange in Japan, is listing on Nasdaq via a de-SPAC transaction on Wednesday. The combined firm will have an initial implied market capitalization of approximately $1.3 billion. Bull market activities, bull market vibes, guys. For years I was telling you all, back in 2018, 2019, crypto will be listed on stock exchanges. Banks will offer crypto trading and custody. All of these things are coming to fruition. It's just a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, but just when. And we see that it sometimes it does take years, but everyone is heading into the direction of adoption and building with this technology. Now, guys, quick word from our sponsor, and that is VeChain. VeChain is one of the top layer 1 enterprise blockchains that uses smart contract technology, and they help many companies and businesses around the world to build Web3 applications. They are partnered with many big brands like Boston Consulting Group, PwC, Walmart China, BMW, Sam's Club, Givenchy, and many others. And some of the great features of the VeChain blockchain, it's secure, affordable, scalable, fast, and sustainable. I'm a VET token holder. I have been for years. I'm very bullish on this project. So if you'd like to learn more about VeChain, go to vechain.org. Link will be in the description. Now, guys, we continue to see the move towards a Bitcoin strategic reserve is becoming even more real. And we're seeing people from across the globe are talking about it. Just the other day, we had a Russia representative who said, he wants Russia to do this. The United States, of course, put the first flag up saying we want to do this, and Donald Trump backed it. Senator Cynthia Lummis put together the bill. But we're seeing states within the U.S. are looking to do it as well. So Dennis Porter, who I recently had on the podcast, said Alabama State Auditor Sorrell officially supports an Alabama strategic Bitcoin reserve. He says, we met with Sorrell multiple times and look forward to being a resource to Alabama on the strategic Bitcoin reserve. So, guys, the narrative is shifting here. The dialogue is happening. And like I said before, it's just a matter of when, not if. This is going to happen. And we see some states already have been putting their pension funds in the Bitcoin ETFs. So it's going to happen slowly but surely. Now, guys, we've been talking about Democrat Commissioner Caroline Crenshaw, who's very anti-crypto, even more anti-crypto than Gary Gensler, and that folks are trying to block her renomination. Well, things are getting a bit spicy. They're getting a bit messy as well. Apparently, the vote for her renomination was pushed back today, and a bit of fighting between the Republicans and the Democrats here, but Senator Sherrod Brown, who we know is 100% anti-crypto, he was the main general in Elizabeth Warren's anti-crypto army. They were colluding together in Operation Choke Point 2.0, giving Gary Gensler tasks on what he needs to do with lawsuits and much more. The list goes on, right? Well, of course, he's coming out and saying, this is why people hate Washington, corporate special interests and so forth. He just goes on rambling about, why Caroline Crenshaw should be renominated and so forth. But of course, he conveniently leaves out that he and Elizabeth Warren and the anti-crypto army attacked the industry. Now the industry is fighting back and he doesn't like it. And of course, he lost the election. So he's on his way out. Bernie Moreno is going to be taking his seat. And he's trying to pull a fast one here, right, to get some of his people in before he's kicked out. So hopefully she does not get renominated. But even if she does, like I said before, she's going to be outnumbered. But I would prefer that she gets kicked out because she's definitely anti-crypto. Here, Attorney John Deaton highlighted, what she did with regards to the Bitcoin ETF case. He says Crenshaw literally advocated for ignoring the Court of Appeals that oversees the SEC. As a party, you can't constantly state that we are a nation of laws and then ignore the law when you don't like it or disagree with it. What she did was a disgrace and it dishonored the oath she took. The truth is not a smear campaign. So when the judges said the SEC acted arbitrary and capricious, and that they should approve the Bitcoin ETFs, Gary Gensler, for give him credit, joined with the Republican commissioners in giving the green light to these Bitcoin ETFs. Crenshaw not only voted against it, she put out a letter of dissent saying, I don't blah 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 and all kinds of nonsense. But you're not on the side of the law. The court said you guys acted unlawfully. So this is the type of person we're dealing with here. But we know, guys, we know what the deal is, right? Gensler were puppets being controlled by Elizabeth Warren and the anti-crypto army. That's why they're doing these things. Because remember, Gensler was very much pro-crypto before he joined the SEC, talking about you can build Uber and Algorand. He was teaching crypto and blockchain at MIT. He tried to go work for Binance and all kinds of stuff, right? But once Elizabeth Warren put him into the office, he became her gimp and he's doing everything that she wants. And she's taking her orders from the banking folks, the banking cartel, Jamie Dimons and so forth. Remember, both of them colluded earlier this year to attack crypto, right? So they exposed themselves. So we know what the deal is. Jamie Dimon and these big banks are getting disrupted by the crypto asset class and technology and industry. So they don't like that because they've been the gatekeepers for so long. But disruptive technology always wins. Now, on the other side of the aisle, with regards to regulatory agencies, the CFTC, it looks like they're up to having a new chair, and Brian contends is possibly a contender to be the chair. And I would love for him to get the seat because I've interviewed him over the years. And if you recall my interview with him, he came out and said, I despise regulation by enforcement. It was such a bold statement because that was in the midst of what Gary Gensler was doing, sending out all the lawsuits and everything, right? Operating with regulation by enforcement. Brian absolutely gets the technology and he's forward thinking and so forth. It would be amazing to have him as the CFTC chair. G. Kim of the Crypto Council for Innovation weighed in on this, saying the selection of Brian contends for CFTC chair would be remarkably good news for our country, digital assets, and the future of America's markets. Brian is an extremely thoughtful, informed, substantive, and steadfast leader who shows integrity and a pro-innovation and growth mindset. So I hope he gets it, folks. That would be amazing. Imagine we have more people in government who are pro-tech, pro-innovation, and pro-crypto. It's not that they have to love crypto and be a cheerleader, but just be neutral about it, right? Regulate it accordingly, look to work with the industry. Once again, they don't have to love it. They don't have to wear a Bitcoin t-shirt or something. Just operate in good faith. And that's super important. And this technology, we are in a global race and other countries are going to look to take the jobs and the capital and all these things. And look, I live in the United States and it's the largest capital market. So I want a lot of that stuff to happen here, but United States lagging behind. I do think we're going to catch up because we got a pro-crypto Congress coming in, a pro-crypto president, of course. So things are looking very bright for 2025. Guys, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. A great way you can support me is by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It's 100% free. It's on Substack. Link will be in the description. Also, grab a copy of my book, Rethinking Crypto. It's available on Amazon in paperback and digital. Buy a copy for yourself. Buy a few copies for your friends and family. Give it as a gift this holiday. Help them to learn about crypto. And if you bought a copy already, please leave a rating and review. It would really help me out. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. And I'll talk to you all later.